What's up and welcome back to my channel, the best place to help you get started building your business and brand online. And today I just wanted to do a video just kind of sharing a behind the scenes journey of what it was like to go from 0 to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. I want to be real, raw, as I get a lot of students and people who come to me who say that they're uploading consistently, they're trying to grow on YouTube, and they just feel like they're kind of spinning their wheels and they aren't growing as fast as they want to be. So that's what this video is, along with sharing some tips, like after I kind of dive in and show you some analytics, sharing some tips so you can actually grow way faster than I did. So if you're pumped, hit that thumbs up and keep on watching. Now, before we dive into the analytics, I just wanted to kind of share a little bit about when I got started. Now, I did do a video just how to grow with zero views, 0 subscribers. It was all about my journey from 0 to 5,000. I will link it above and below, as I also shared some tips. Some of them may be the same, but I'm not going to share these same exact tips in this video. That way you get a little bit more out of it. But I started my YouTube channel in December of 2015. That's when I uploaded my first video. So in order for me to hit 10,000 subscribers, it actually took me 4.5 years. If I'm being completely honest though, when I first started my channel, and this is to kind of help you not get a little, like I don't want you to get bummed out thinking, oh my gosh, like it's gonna take me 4.5 years, because no, I definitely don't think so. When I first started my YouTube channel, it was actually just with the intention of having a place to upload my videos so I can embed them on my blog. So when I first got started online, when I actually first started learning about building a personal brand and creating content to attract people, because the first 4 years I was a total spammer, and I don't really count that because I had no clue what I was doing. But I started blogging, and so when I first started uploading on YouTube, I had no intent of growing a YouTube channel. So I didn't actually start focusing on YouTube growth until January of 2018. So if you want to get technical, I've really been focused on YouTube less than 2 years, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead, and I want to kind of dive in, show you the back end of my analytics, because again, I have a lot of people, if you are somebody who you're trying to grow on YouTube and you're like, man, like I'm just not growing, understand that first and foremost, when you just get started, like those first 100 subscribers, it was brutal. The first 1,000 subscribers, it feels like you are pushing a boulder uphill. But then once you start gaining some traction, I did notice that once I hit that first 1,000, things started snowballing a little bit, as you're gonna see in my analytics here in just a second when I pull them up. And the more that your channel grows, I feel like the kind of easier it is, because again, like that snowball effect start taking place. So I feel like it was so much harder and took so much longer for me to get to those first 1,000 subscribers than it was to me, for me to hit like 10,000 subscribers. So if we look back, this is just from, you can see right here, 2015. I actually started my channel June, but I never actually uploaded my first video until December 2nd of 2015. And in that time frame, I uploaded 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos in December of 2015. And as you can see right here from my analytics, and it shows you right here in the upper right hand corner, but I gained 2 subscribers, okay? 2 subscribers that very first month, 8 videos in. It was brutal, okay? Obviously did not make any money. I was not monetized at all. If we fast forward and we look at 2016, this is all of 2016, the entire year, I don't even know how many videos I actually uploaded, quite a bit, I'll say. But in all of 2016, I only had 6,600 views the entire year, 435 hours of watch time. I only gained 162 subscribers in an entire year, okay? So this is just kind of going to show that it can be tough, okay? But I know you can get there, again, a lot quicker than me. So this is just a back end. Again, I did not make any revenue in 2016. My channel was not monetized. So if we fast forward, this is 2017. In all of 2017, I gained 29,000 views. As far as subscribers, 497 the entire year. But you can even tell from 2016, you know, I went from 6,000 views, 162 subscribers, and in an entire year, like, there's so much that can change. There's so much that can change from year to year. There's so much that can change from month to month. And that's why it's so important to stay the course. So that was 2017. Fast forward to 2018, and I had 52,000 views the entire year. This was the year I actually got my channel monetized. I never actually did a video on that monetization process because, again, back in 2018, growing on YouTube was not really my goal. It wasn't my goal. It was just a place to put content so I could embed them on my blog. But in 2018, I did gain over 1,600 subscribers in 2018. Fast forward to 2019, this was the year that I actually decided that I was going to switch, and instead of focusing on doing Facebook Lives, I was going to switch and more focus on, you know, putting my content over here on YouTube. And if you want to, I did an entire video about why I decided to switch my content strategy and move from Facebook to YouTube. But the main reason is just in a nutshell, and I'll link that video above and below if you do want to check it out. But it was mainly just because I knew, like, when I was doing Facebook Lives, those videos were kind of like great in the moment, but after a day or after a week, like, the video was dead. And so I switched because I knew on YouTube that my videos, like, they could help impact people and get picked up in search and continue getting views years after they were created. And so I'm really glad that I did shift. I wish that I would have done it sooner and focused on it, but it is what it is. So you can see in 2019, everything changed when I really put my blinders on and I decided to really focus on it. I gained over 185,000 views, 3,500 subscribers, and I made over $1,600 in 2019. And that's a huge jump from 2018. So you can see that everything kind of had that snowball effect. Now, as of right now, this is 2019, and you can even look at my growth just from subscribers over the past 365 days, and then I'll pull up 2020. But, you know, September of 2019, a year ago, I gained 97 subscribers. And you can see it jumped up just in 1 month. I went from gaining 97 subscribers to boom, like 462. So it can totally change from month to month. You may not be doing great now, and then you might put up a video and it might just really help to blow up your channel. I will add that I've yet to have a video that has gone viral on my channel. I know that there are a lot of other YouTubers out there. I've seen them, I followed them, and it's like you look at them and they go from nothing, and then all of a sudden they have, like, you know, one video that takes off and goes viral and gets hundreds of thousands of views, if not millions, and that just, like, blows up their channel. My growth has more been consistent growth over, you know, several years. Again, my main focus has been within the past 2 years on YouTube, but again, this is all just without any type of viral video, okay? And you can see it, you know, kind of went down $3.99, but you can see how it, you know, has continued to kind of grow. And know that even if you do get, you know, a spike in growth, you know, there are going to be months that just aren't as good as other months. From May 2020, 811, that was probably my biggest month so far as subscribers this year, and then it's gone down a little bit. Of course, we are not through with September, but if I back up and I say, okay, this is just, let me go to the analytics and just say 2020, you can see even right here, I've still gained a lot of growth from 2019 to now. And this year I've gotten over 465,000 views. I've gained over 5,500 subscribers, and I've already made over $2,000. And we are 3 weeks into September. And I feel like, honestly, I could have had a lot more growth in 2020. I feel like this year has been just a crappier personally for me. And there's just been a lot of personal things that have taken place behind the scenes. I was open about one of those back in January, where one of my older brothers, he was murdered. And I feel like just from that point on January 2nd, there's just been a lot of things take place, of course, with the coronavirus, the pandemic. along with a lot of other things, it has just kind of shifted my focus. And so I feel like given kind of like the crap show that has taken place this year, I mean, I still know that personally I could have done more, and I will continue to step up and make the best content that I can for my channel, but I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that I've given it my all this year in 2020, because I really haven't. That's something that I'm continually trying to pull myself out of. I know I will, I know I can, and you know, you may be going through the same thing. This may be a rough year for you. I don't really know what your situation is, but just know that there are seasons in your life. There are gonna be times where you were just on the top of your game, and there's gonna be other times where, you know, something may kind of pull you out of it. But the biggest tip is just stay the course, focus on your journey. And with that being said, I'm gonna kind of shift gears, make it a little more casual. I think I'm gonna move it into my living room. The audio may be a little different. And I just want to kind of sit around and chat with you and tell you some of the tips and some things that I've done to contribute to that growth, in hopes that it will help you on your own journey as well. So now that we are in the living room, and I am totally, I will say, changing it up, I had to get my old handy dandy microphone that went with my phone, because my regular microphone that I use to plug up to my camera, my little girl apparently still does not have, she's still not taking the memo to leave mommy's business stuff and video equipment alone. So the adapter that I use for this particular microphone, she has done away with, and I have to order a new one. So sometimes you have to do what you got to do. You got to work with what you got to work with. But the big tip of staying the course and focusing on your own journey, because I know it's so easy to get discouraged when you see other channels that are just blowing up, and you feel like that you're putting in the effort and you just aren't seeing the kind of growth that they are. And I feel like that's such a waste of time, even though I have been there time and time again. So just know, like, stay the course, focus on your journey. Don't worry so much about like an end result, like, you know, I'm not successful until I reach 100,000 subscribers, or I'm not successful until this, or this. Like, learn to love the journey, learn to love the moment that you're in, or I feel like you're never going to be satisfied. So that's one of the biggest things that I've had to stay true to, is just focusing, like, and realizing that I'll get there when I get there. As long as I don't give up, as long as you don't give up, like, you are going to see growth. You're going to create success, whatever that looks like to you, as long as you stay the course. Okay. So that's first and foremost. I feel like the whole never give up thing is just so overused, but it's so true. Even in the times where I felt like I haven't been consistent, even though I teach consistency all the time, you know, there's going to be, again, seasons. There's going to be times where unexpected things come up. As long as you get back up and you keep going, that's what really matters. Now, another thing that I really did as far as growing my channel, and I think a big thing that contributed to my growth, my overall growth as far as views, my overall growth as far as just subscribers, is focusing on searchable content. Now, I'm still one, if I'm being honest, I'm still studying YouTube. I'm still doing that on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. I think it's very important, no matter what social media platform or where you're focusing on growing your audience at, that you should really put time, effort, and energy into learning the platform that you're on. So when it comes to suggested videos, real, honest, raw, I still really don't know exactly what gets videos picked up and suggested. So a big part of my growth came from focusing on searchable content, okay? I wanted to get picked up in search. So what are people searching for when it came to my channel? I focused on a lot of tutorials, because the big thing that I teach is how to get started building your business and your brand. And then I also teach a lot of social media. And so when it comes to social media, I focus more on like Facebook and YouTube. Those are the two social media platforms that I focus on. So a lot of tutorials of like how to do something specific. Like my highest viewed video right here on my channel is the one on how to add custom thumbnails to your YouTube videos. At the time of recording this, in 6 months, it's gained over 90,000 views already. And I've got other videos on my channel. Like if you go to my channel, you click on most popular, you're going to see a lot of the highest viewed videos are tutorials, how to do something specific, how to add links to your Facebook profile, how to enable custom thumbnails on the YouTube channel, how to turn on dark mode in Messenger. Those are all tutorials. So I focused on things that I knew people were specifically looking for. And a big reason I focused on that is because I knew a percentage, not a large percentage, but a percentage of those views from those tutorials, they were going to be people who are entrepreneurs, who are looking to build a personal brand and build something online, learning. They want to know how to make money online, but they're overwhelmed, they're confused, and they don't know where to get started. So maybe when it comes to your particular channel, your particular niche, what you're known for as far as your brand, think about your audience and, what content, what specific things are they searching for that you could start creating videos on that can get more eyeballs to your channel. Now, when it comes to content, another type of content that I really focused on trying to do a lot of, again, to bring in more eyeballs, to bring in more views, are either updates that were taking place in my particular industry or things that were trending. So for example, when it comes to social media, when new updates take place on Facebook, they constantly are updating things. They're constantly changing the look of their platform. They're constantly, when it comes to like Facebook stories, which I'm the top creator for Facebook stories search term, anytime that they do new updates, I'll get on, I'll create a tutorial, share like what new is, what new things are taking place, how to use something. When Facebook Messenger launched dark mode, I was one of the first ones to create a video. And so that video really spiked for me. I was able to gain a lot of views in a very short amount of time, just because, again, that was a topic that was trending at the moment, but it was also something new. It was a new update that was taking place. So again, that's something you can think about when it comes to your own channel, when it comes to you creating content, or thinking about like any time that there's something new happening in your particular industry. Maybe there's a new product or new service or new software that's launching. Maybe you can do a review on it, share like what those are, or things again that are trending. Now, in my opinion, one of the biggest myths when it comes to people who are building a business from home is thinking that they have to go at it alone and they have to do everything by themselves. And so one big factor that kind of helped me was hiring a graphic designer to start doing my thumbnails, because after studying YouTube and learning, I understood that thumbnails and titles were a big part of like getting a higher click-through rate on YouTube. And I will link some videos down below. I have a playlist all around just YouTube for beginners and understanding your analytics and how to get more views and things like that. But I knew that I was not a great graphic designer, and trying to do my own thumbnails just weren't working. I had a lower click-through rate, and so I ended up finding an affordable graphic designer to start doing my thumbnails. And by doing that, it freed up time, allowed me to like not stress as much about them. And I did notice too that when I started changing my thumbnails and playing around with them after I hired the graphic designer, that my click-through rate started going up. So I've hired a video editor as well. Another thing is focusing, the tip that I have for you that I did that I think that's contributed to my growth is spending more time and paying more attention to how I title my YouTube videos. Now, I will link to another video down below in the description. It is not from me, but it's from somebody who I learned from when it comes to how this particular person, her name is Catherine Manning from The Content Bug, how she titles her videos. And I watched that and I just started being a lot more mindful, again, taking more time when it comes to titling videos and just paying attention to like the keywords that you're using. Make sure that your title, your thumbnail, your description, all of that, again, this is all leveling up when it comes to YouTube, but just being more mindful and using more specific keywords to create a more SEO friendly video. Okay. So again, I will link to some other videos that I found helpful when it comes to getting picked up in search. Now, the next tip that I'm going to give you is to always look for ways to like level up. Okay. There's always things that we can do to improve. We can improve our audio quality. Okay. So even though my regular mic that I normally use is out of commission right now, instead of just, not having any audio, I at least found some type of audio, okay? So obviously work with what you got, but when you get some money, like invest in some better equipment if you can. Invest in a mic, invest in some lighting. Look for different ways that you can level up your videos. Maybe adding some music, adding some B-roll, like finding different ways, different creative ways to just step up your game. And what I did here was I just kind of looked at other creators. I would find tips. I would look and watch other creators and try to figure out like, hey, what do I like about this video? Like, what is keeping my attention? What are some things maybe I don't like? And I would just slowly start incorporating like new and different things just to test it out, see if I liked it. One thing, you know, like you can see from this video, I've talked about it in other words, in other videos previously, but when it comes to most of the videos that I do, instead of just sitting here talking like in the same spot, I'll like move the camera around. Again, that's something that I've seen from a few different YouTubers, and that's something that I really like. So I started incorporating it on my own channel. Again, also with the music, with the B-roll, that's something I never used to have in the beginning, but was a way that I was able to kind of step up and level up my video game in order to just make the video more interesting and hold your attention hopefully for longer as well. The next tip that I have for you, and this is one that I've talked about, I feel like it's kind of overdone as well, but I do still feel like there's a need to talk about it, and that is just consistency, okay? And I know that this year I have not been as consistent with weekly uploading as I should been, and that's something I definitely like hardcore think that you have to do is be super consistent. I don't think that, you know, you have to be consistent with a certain upload time, although if you can, great, you know, but I do think that creating a video uploading schedule so your audience knows when, where, and how they can expect content from you and you can train them, they're going to be more likely to come back versus you just uploading something when you feel like it. And so I will say over the years, I have been super, super consistent with the exception of, again, this year it has been a little bit hit or miss, but I still upload videos, at least 3 videos, if not weekly videos, and I'm just being real open and raw. That's something like my weekly videos is something I have to kind of get my crap together with. But I think consistency plays a very important role to your overall growth. And there's a lot of creators, like I know exactly what day they're uploading and I look forward to that content. And so if you can do the same with your audience, I think that's really going to help you kind of skyrocket your growth as well. And another thing that, you know, I've really tried to focus on that I think has helped create and build more trust is I have tried to focus a lot on community. And I do think that it's very important, especially now when I feel like there's so many just sales messages and people trying to promote stuff. I feel like people are just over it. I feel like it's so overdone, but when you can make somebody feel like they're a person and not just a number or not just a view, I think that that is a huge, huge part that has allowed me to like build up and get more people commenting, get more people engaging. And I do think that I still have a lot to improve on that. It's something that I still strive to do, but you know, when it comes to your own channel, are you making sure that you're taking the time to go through and when somebody comments, you know, heart that comment, reply to them. I ask all the time, you know, if there's something specific that you want to know, drop it below. Let me know in the comments, you know, what you would like to see on this channel. Is there, you know, anything that you've noticed that has helped you? I'm constantly asking questions in videos to get people to engage so that I can better get to know you. And I think that when you can create that personal touch, you can go so much further. And I do think that you can grow so much faster when you put community at the forefront of your plan. And if you're here and if you have subscribed to my YouTube channel, thank you so much, because without you, obviously, I would have never hit 10,000. I honestly didn't even think that I would be doing a video like this. I felt like 10,000 whenever I first really started focusing and got started on YouTube. I felt like that it was so far out of reach. And so I just want to know, like, I just want you to know how grateful I am, how appreciative I am for you, for your support. If there is, again, anything that you would like to see on this channel, any questions you have, put them below down in the comments. And if you got some value, feel free to give this video a thumbs up. Share it if you know anybody who is looking to grow their YouTube channel. And of course, while you wait on the next video, there are a couple of videos popping up, specifically a playlist all about YouTube for beginners. I'll also link that playlist down below, along with some additional resources in the description box. With that being said, I hope you have the most productive day, the most productive week, and I'll see you back here next week for another video. Bye for now.